Hello viewers, my name is Stephanie Steven. Welcome to Uban Splice Initiative. What is Uban Splice Initiative? Uban Splice Initiative is an educational empowerment and consultancy group poised in bringing out the potentials in students through a competitive major and educational exhibition. Uban Splice Initiative has discovered a lot of problems in the educational sector, and if we don't react to it or put a stop to them, might cause chaos in future. That is why we have the aim of restructuring the educational system. We're not saying we're going to change the world, however, we guarantee you that we're going to spark up the brains of those that will. Our specialized area: educational consultancy, educational empowerment, educational exhibition, educational magazine, educational talent hunt, and educational reality TV show. We're going to be discussing a vital topic today, which is the effect of e-learning on all Nigerian students. I have in the house Mr. Joseph, the chief host. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Thank you very much, Stephanie, for that wonderful program. I remain my humble self, Mr. Joseph. On the subject matter, research findings of USI reveals that some students who participated in the e-learning have experienced some shortcomings, while others have been effective on the e-learning platform. Today, there has been a discourse whether this e-learning should continue or not. With me and some guest speakers, they will be discussing on that topic. On stage are our guest speakers. Am I right?
Daniel Marachi.
I'm Marachi and Toluwape. Okay, today we are looking on the effectiveness of e-learning on the Nigerian students. And we brought you here because you guys have had access to such. Amarachi, I would like to ask you, what is e-learning?
E-learning is a process whereby teaching and learning is done online.
Okay. Toluwape, what is your take on the concept of e-learning?
For me, it's the art of studying.
Okay. I'm very much sure, since you know the definition, or rather know the meaning of e-learning. Have you ever participated? Amarachi?
Yes, I have.
Through which medium?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Toluwape, what about you?
Yes, I am. For sure.
For sure, right. Through which medium?
WhatsApp. I've been on WhatsApp. The one my school does is on WhatsApp.
In the course of your participation through this medium, do you think so far you've gained anything on the e-learning platform?
Yes, I've gained a lot of things.
You've gained a lot of things. Can you please tell our audience one of those things you've gained?
I gained the act of not being distracted while doing things. And one of it is that e-learning saves time. It saves time and it's very, very easy to access.
Please let us hear from Amarachi. Amarachi, if I want to look myself, I want to believe in the course of your learning using the e-learning platform through whichever medium you've come across some advantages. Can you please tell our viewers one or two of these advantages you encountered?
Based on my own experience, it's convenient. You can actually go to your platform anytime and learn. And so it builds self-esteem. It helps you to be more, it's encouraging. It helps you to be more dedicated in whatever you're doing. I've been able to feel so relaxed and determined. So with the e-learning, I've been so focused and I've been able to communicate well, because whenever we are being taught through the platform, we're always given assignments, and the assignments, after everything, I work with it and I submit, and there is still time because there is video chat. Anytime I'm being distracted, I can always go back to recap all the things I missed during the lesson.
Okay, thank you very much, Amarachi. You said you've gained a lot. You can go back to recap Truly, do you think in the course of your learning, I don't know because you experienced it, have you encountered any challenge or challenges in the course of your participation? Just give us one or two challenges you've encountered.
Yes, I've encountered a lot of challenges.
Okay.
And I like to mention a few. So the first one I like to mention is that when you have lack of power supply, it's really, really bad. As in, I have to charge my phone 3 times a day just to access WhatsApp platform, because the electricity in my area is very, very bad. To the extent that they are even sharing out like one day on, one day off. It's just really bad. And another one I'll talk about is the monetary value. To buy data these days is very, very expensive. You just buy and then just very, you don't buy and then everything just finishes in a matter of minutes. So to buy data, it's very expensive and it's really stressful for those who don't have the money.
Okay, thank you very much. And in your area, viewers, you can see, for persons who live in areas where there is shortage of electricity, you can hear what our guest speaker is saying here. That at one point where the phone or your laptop is down, you won't be able to access the effectiveness of e-learning in that area. But let's hear what Amarachi has to say concerning a challenge or rather challenges she encountered in the course of her e-learning. Amarachi, you are to do the best said.
Yeah.
I don't know whether both of you live in the same area, but I believe you've equally encountered some challenges. Can you please tell our viewers out there one or two challenges you've encountered thus far?
On network. Most times when the lesson is going on, the teacher is teaching and the network just went bad. At the end, I find myself saying that the class is just winding up. And the thing the teacher has taught, I've missed out of it because of poor network. And also, electricity. Most times I have to charge my phone 3 times to be able to connect because of this poor electricity, no light to charge the phone. And most times I miss the class because of no light to charge the phone.
Thank you very much. Poor power supply. I think that's one point that has remained very, very emphatic. Okay. Aside the challenges, you've given us advantages and challenges that you've encountered. If I may ask, the question in the lips of observers today is whether e-learning should be sustained or not. If I may ask, do you think e-learning should continue considering the current situation at hand, which is the pandemic?
So, you asking me if e-learning should continue or not, what I would like to say is that e-learning should continue, because when school eventually reopens, you also need it, because most people don't like reading at home. They go home, you feel like you can never sit down or play, since they've done it in school, so what's the use? Some of them they won't do their assignments till they get to school the next morning. So I say if e-learning is available, you can come back to school. You'll not be bored with your phone actually, because you can just hold your phone. Then if you are true, you can just go and do whatever you want to do there. So I would say e-learning should continue, even if the pandemic is over. You should at least continue because it helps a lot.
Okay. Amarachi, you heard what your fellow guest speaker said. Though funny, but then that's just the truth they say is bitter. As she said, most time when you carry your book, you tend to sleep off. I don't want to call it laziness, but then probably you have something to add to that. Do you think, if I may ask, do you think e-learning should continue considering what is at stake?
Yes, e-learning should continue. I think it should be encouraged. E-learning should be encouraged. Even if school resumes, because it helps us to build our self-esteem. In class, most times when a teacher is teaching and she or he eventually asks a question, a student may just raise up his hand and answer. Maybe the student is not sure of the answer, and the rest students start laughing at the student. That can really bring low self-esteem. But with the e-learning, you can just give your own suggestion, give your answer. Nobody is here to laugh at you. Nobody is here to tell you that, oh, what you just said is wrong. So I think it helps us to build our self-esteem, and also it helps us to concentrate on anything we are actually doing in the process.
Okay, thank you very much. To the point, you heard what Amarachi said. She said, there are persons who maybe because of shyness don't able to ask questions. But when they are on that e-learning platform, since there are no persons around to, they become very active in doing what others ordinarily would do in class, to do it even more perfectly. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I really agree with that. Because when you're in class, you don't feel when you're doing as you're participating in learning, you don't really feel pressurized to do stuff. As in you're in school, as in you don't really like the teacher. Like you don't like what the teacher does, but you don't like the personality of the teacher. And when you're in class, they tend to force you to do stuff. As in, if they ask you something, if you don't know it, they tend to flog you or beat you up. But when you feel relaxed, you don't feel pressurized. You feel as if you can really do it without being pressurized.
Okay. Alright, thank you very much. Yeah, you are not far from the truth, because we have persons who always think, when they're in class, if they are asked a question and they didn't get it right, others might want to laugh, and that may serve as hindrance, to their learning, or to even ask questions on things they don't know for them to be corrected. Okay, thank you very much. I want to ask again, comparatively, do you think e-learning and your normal classroom should the government ask schools to resume? Do you think e-learning should go side by side with classroom learning? Or you think after the resumption, the e-learning should be put aside and classroom learning should continue, or both should be used in the process of learning in our educational system in Nigeria?
I really think we should do the both at the same time. Because if you go to school and after the lectures for the day, if you get home, most people don't tend to read their book. As in, you just go home and then do nothing and just play around. But if they continue doing the e-learning, it's part of minds that you really want to participate, and you really tend to get more closer to your book.
Okay.
So I really think if the government told the school to be open, we should really do both our classes and the e-learning together side by side.
Okay, Amarachi, would you agree or rather concur to what your fellow guest members?
Yeah, we agree with her, because most times after lecture in class, some students don't have the time to read at home. So most time at night, the things that have been taught during the day in learning, we can go back there on our own, go through everything and see everything, and we learn on our own. So I think because there's no knowledge that is a waste.
Okay.
No knowledge is a waste.
That's true.
So the lecture in class and the e-learning is also improving us. So I actually accept that there should be e-learning and class.
Okay. Thank you very much. Amarachi and Todope, at this point, viewers, you've heard what our two guest speakers said. They've spoken very, very well. The disadvantages, the advantages, the effectiveness of e-learning. They are participants, and they have spoken from their experiences. However, at this point, I would like them to give us advice on the effectiveness of e-learning to the Nigerian students. So at this point, I would like to ask them to give us advices on whether or not it should continue. Todope, what is your advice to viewers out there or students watching you on this program right now concerning e-learning?
What I like to say to you is that e-learning is good, it's great, as in not everything is perfect, but they say advantages of e-learning is more than disadvantages that it has. So I really say that whether or not e-learning will continue if school reopens, students should please continue reading. They should go back to their book, they should study. It doesn't matter if e-learning continues or it doesn't continue, you just have to be a very studious person. That's all that's
Thank you very much. Amarachi, what's your advice to our viewers out there watching you right now?
My advice to our viewers is that the e-learning is perfectly fine, it's cool, and it's easy to communicate. So even if you're not on any platform, it should still be a studious time. And if you are part of any platform, I'll still advise you to be determined to always go and read and go through. And whatever you don't understand, there's always time for you to ask questions. They'll say, a winner will never quit, and a quitter will never win. Thank you.
Viewers out there, you've heard what our guest speakers have said concerning the effects of e-learning to the Nigerian student. They've given us the advantages, disadvantages, and their own personal opinion whether to be or not to be. However, I would like to conclude by saying that no matter the challenges faced by e-learning, the advantages of e-learning can never be exhausted. Thank you.
Welcome back from that interactive session with Mr. Joseph. Thank you very much. E-learning has actually been very helpful within this period of the pandemic. So I want to urge our parents out there who are yet to subscribe to any e-learning platform for their children or what, please do so. I understand that it might be a little bit of challenge when it comes to electricity and also the monetary aspect. But let's not forget to say education is the best legacy. Let's endeavor to do so. Kindly follow us on our social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Urban Splice Initiative, bringing out the reality in you.